You see, it's very easy to understand. The United States and China need each other. They are very compatible in many ways. They have huge markets, huge demand, huge supply, and the future of the world as we know it would mean that they almost have to have a peaceful and cooperative arrangement to make things work. But as the Chinese have always said, it's better to have small problems to talk about than big problems to solve. And I personally think the questions about, for example, the South China Sea, um, Chinese exports, currency manipulation, these are all what I would call small problems that can be chatted about and talked about incessantly for the next 10 to 20 years. And that will mean that China and America have lots of small problems to talk about while the big issues um, remain quiet and the two countries continue to have great trade, great cooperation, and access to each other's markets. I believe that China is on a path towards growing the largest middle class ever in any country and is committed to peace. And I believe that America stands to benefit greatly from the exports of natural fuels like natural gas and technology and services to China. And China will also gain by having access to U.S. markets. So the overall picture of Xi Jinping visiting the United States early on, in terms of China watchers, we see three things from that. One is he came before Donald Trump went to China. That shows a wish for cooperation. Number two, Chinese leaders typically don't leave China unless things at home are relatively peaceful. We saw very good economic growth numbers, better inflation numbers, and a kind of a good soft landing for China's economy over the last year or two. And Xi Jinping feels like his power base is now fully embedded, and he can leave China to travel to the U.S. I think Donald Trump is very would be very pleased to receive Xi Jinping in the future, and I think they hit it off quite well. The second thing, the third thing is it's very clear that the Chinese renminbi and the U.S. dollar can continue to be very closely linked. China holds the number one position in terms of American Treasury bills. And the U.S. doesn't have a larger trading partner than China other than the U.K. I feel that that is going to be and will continue to be the most important relationship we have in Asia. And it's going to be borne out by Xi Jinping's invitation for Donald Trump to visit China in the near future. I think it was a public relations triumph for Donald Trump's granddaughter to be able to speak and sing in Chinese when she was recently interviewed. And I think the Chinese will continue to enjoy that kind of personal touch going forward. The fact that Xi Jinping's wife and Donald Trump's wife are both quite well known, well regarded, considered to be beauties in their own countries. I think that that also goes a long way to helping public opinion see sort of the human aspect of both these great men. I have lots of other technical things that I could talk about. The increase in foreign exchange, the increase in student exchange, the increase in communications, the increase in patents that China has been filing in the U.S. There's a myriad of other great things going on, and I'm very bullish on the America-China relationship, and I'll reiterate that I don't mind having small problems to talk about because, as the Chinese say, it's better to have small problems to talk about than big problems to solve. So I appreciate being able to say a few words for CRCC Asia, and and to talk a little bit about these two great countries and two great leaders. This is Tom Kirkwood signing off from Shawnee, Pennsylvania. Thank you.